Hey everyone, this is Red Pill Mormon again, Mark Lichtenwalter. So, do you remember last year when we had all those drones that nobody knew where they were coming from, and there was a ton of conspiracy theories about it, and people are saying, "Oh, it's government technology. We don't know what government, whatever." Okay, so fast forward, and by the way, they're still happening, even though they're not in the news. They've been There's a ton of reports in Europe about it. And then fast forward a year and a half later, and we have 3I Atlas. If you don't know what that is, look it up. They say it's a comet, but it's an interstellar comet. It's going faster than any other thing that we've seen. And it's got some unusual characteristics. Very unusual. It's about the size of Manhattan. And it's out there by Mars right now. I have a new conspiracy theory. Um, well, you know, I get into spiritual things, and I'll tie that in a minute. But this, I, I kind of wonder if, these drones that nobody knew where they came from, nobody knew where they went. Like they would disappear, they would do things that we can't do, and that includes things that are under the water. Uh, this are larger than the size of our October class submarines. Well, they're not ours; they're the Soviet Union era, but like pretty big things going 200 miles an hour underwater. The fastest thing that we have is close to 40 miles an hour. At least it's not top secret or whatever. But I I kind of wonder if if there was a drone ship that was sent out from AI Atlas to get an understanding of a better understanding of all the things that are going on in the world today and everything. So, in one of my visions that somebody else received, but they gave it to me, um, and I believe it, the vision of the Elohim. Go back in my videos and watch them if you haven't seen that one, especially on YouTube. Zion's Redemption Radio Network. I think it's youtube.com/user/God is my compass. GODISMYCOMPASS, where I talked about the vision of the Elohims, the Elohim, and yeah, it's really interesting. And I'm not sure if it was in that one or if it was in something else, but like the ships that the Elohim use, the high technology that they have, and yes, they are technologically advanced. We all think it's magic or religion or whatever. uh, the Elohim is an extremely advanced race of human beings. We were seated on this planet by them, and they have made their presence known to many, many, many people throughout the years, both in dreams and visions, and a couple of times physically in the flesh, like Moses saw God face to face, Enoch saw God face to face. I've seen God face to face. And I'm not just talking about dreams or visions, because that's what most prophets receive. No, we've seen them face to face in the flesh. We've embraced them. I have sat down with Jesus Christ and spoken to him and hugged him, and we had an actual sit down conversation in 2003. But and then that goes along with some of my other conspiracy theories about how I think that the pyramid, the Great Pyramid at Giza, and all of the different pyramids throughout the world were all landing platforms for these ships to come down on. Now, I might be wrong about that. I've never received revelation about that. I just think it's fun to think about. But um, the only thing different about AI Atlas than the stuff that I had described to me is that um, the stuff that um, that has been seen in the visions that I've heard of. They're like crystal ships. And this seems to be a massive rock. And I was thinking about it. Um, so if you have different varying technologies of the Elohim out there, and you have a space vessel coming into our solar system, whether it is the vessel that has the city of Enoch on it or whatever it is. And I tend to believe the city of Enoch and the landmass that was taken up is a lot larger. I expect to see that come back right around the time of the second coming. But this vessel, if they like took a rock and then they built their vessel inside the rock, I was thinking, if there's a lot of space rocks and space debris, that maybe that would help shield the ship, having the ship inside the rock, um, like protecting the spacecraft that was built as part of this large rock. I don't know. It's just all interesting. I just think it's also interesting that like a year and a half ago we started having these drones coming in, checking checking everything out, like they were doing recon, and then a year and a half later we have this uh, Atlas or 3i Atlas vessel that is now in our solar system. This could be Project Bluebeam. Who knows? I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't have anything it doesn't concern me because I know that the Eternal is in charge, and I know that the Elohim are in charge, and I know that I'm on their team. So it doesn't bother me too much, but I just find it all interesting. I listen to stuff throughout the day when I'm driving around. I'm actually on the dirt road headed out to the plant where we get our carbon dioxide right now. And I'm going to get loaded and head up to Caldwell, Idaho, and deliver to Pepsi up there so that they can make their fizzy drinks. And then I'm going to go over to another place in Boise and deliver where they make, they bottle up the fizzies, the carbon dioxide for fountain drinks and for the restaurants and gas stations and stuff. And then I'm going to go over to this other computer place and I'm going to assist with a hot load. So this stuff is like 10 below zero, but a hot load is where they've never put carbon dioxide in it and they need to put the vapors in it first to get it cooled down so that when they put the stuff that's 10 below zero into it, it doesn't wreck the tank. So that's going to be fun. So I'll be back to Utah probably tomorrow night or the next day, but and then I'll probably be heading out again because that's what I do as a truck driver. Anyway, sorry about the bumpy video. Like I said, I'm on a dirt road. I got to get going. I just had that little conspiracy theory thing pull up into my brain, and I thought, oh, it's pretty interesting. So, all right. Thanks for watching. Take care, everyone. God bless, and goodbye.